My name is Bethany Frazier, and today I am presenting the Module 3 discussion presentation for Info 5405. A collection policy is a document that is created by the librarian in regard to the policy and procedures for obtaining and collecting materials in that particular library. One of the tools that librarians have is the American Library Association Policy Toolkit that is available through their website. One of the recommendations that I read about in one of my references was to provide a glossary of terms for individuals who are not familiar with information science, such as what weeding is, and making that clear for stakeholders and everyone involved. Another thing that was suggested in one of the articles that I read was updating the collection policy every 5 years to stay up to date and current. A lot of times up until recently, many collection policies have not been updated, and with the current book bans and challenges in states across the United States and in Texas, many districts and librarians are having to go back and revise their collection policies. Having a collection policy in hand provides an official document that will guide and provide patrons of that library with an understanding of the guidelines of how materials are selected. So, in one of the articles that I selected, it was about adding or not adding graphic novels to a collection in a library. And because of recent challenges, librarians will often engage in self censorship due to the fear of being challenged or attacked. And sometimes some librarians are unaware they are doing self censorship, but by not purchasing a certain material just because you are afraid that it might be challenged is a form of self censorship. Graphic novels are so popular among students, but sometimes are often overlooked because of things they might contain in them. The article continues to discuss the importance of having graphic novels available in a library and how patrons feel about graphic novels. As I was reading the article on graphic novels and censorship, some of the things that I was thinking about in regards to the problems that self censorship has is how it limits the intellectual freedom that we are guided by in librarianship. It might limit books that appeal to our school community and things that our students need. And I think the importance is just to support the policies and guidelines that have been set in the collection policy and making sure that you are following those steps when selecting materials because that is a guide for the librarian. And if that guide is being followed and accepted by the school and the district community, then there is a protection there to save that intellectual freedom. In the children's collection development, I learned about good versus bad literature. And I don't mean this as there are good books and bad books, but in the article it references quality books, having themes and having plots, character analysis. Whereas oftentimes books that have popular characters in them might not have that rich vocabulary or might be too advanced for our smallest readers. There are books that are put together by publishers because the characters are so popular and will sell, such as Dora the Explorer, Batman and Robin, and those books sometimes are not considered quality, but are very popular and sell. One of the things that I really liked was that the author at the end told the readers to find a balance for both and making sure to have a space for both of them in the school library, because oftentimes kids are more willing to read a book with their favorite character and then read something they might not be as familiar to them, especially among readers who are not avid readers. And it's our job as a librarian to take them from those bad literature and push them or show them similar quality books and guide them to reading outside of what is just popular. And I think each of them has a role to play in the development and love of reading. Here is my references page with my references that were included as part of this project. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.